What is up, my little legends? We are here playing Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. If you know nothing about this game, just you wait. It doesn't stay as cute as it looks. I did play a little bit of the first one because this is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, so it's actually a remake. Yeah, anyways, super cutesy. Played a teeny bit of it before, didn't get very far at all. So it's pretty much like a completely fresh new story for me. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into it. Oh, some voice acting time. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe. Oh, no, it's me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say like that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Jen. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. I guess I could have named well, it doesn't matter. Actually, no, I'm me. I can name myself whatever I want. But you did wait for me after all. Oh, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Jen, have you decided on joining a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't even been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. No choice. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late on your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after one who proposed to the club. What? She inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. Okay, we're kind of mean to Sayori and it's bugging me. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Yeah, why are we so mean to her? Sorry, I want a headrest, I decided. Now I'm all comfy and good. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Oh no, that's me. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm choosing all their voices. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Jen, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Huh! The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. She's shy. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Jen. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Jen. We made room for you at a table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. This is gonna get hard really fast. All this talking. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's only space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and a little piece of chocolate were used to make ears. Cute. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. She's like a child. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. You know what you do? You split the cupcake in half and then sandwich. Sandwich cupcake is the best. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Does the game remember? I wonder if it goes into your files and sees if you played, the original Doki Doki, and then it kind of, remembers how much you've played. Because, I've probably played, I'd say maybe, 2 hours of the original. And then, I don't know, I just stopped playing. Alright, back to it. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that's... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing and the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Jen, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. It's a little joke. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, she likes manga! It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obviously by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. It's gonna be hard to read, holy. Okay, if you see little cuts, I'm not skipping anything. I'm gonna attempt to keep this playthrough 100% uncut. It's just that I am drinking water. Oh yeah, and my cup's a little distorted. I am drinking some water just to make sure my voice doesn't get totally thrashed by all this reading. But yeah, I will definitely not skip anything, I promise. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me so well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at any minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sarah slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I am not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why are we so nice to Natsuki, but so mean to Sayori? Well, I mean, we should be nice to all of them, but Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident. Oh, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Jen? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back onto the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would be joining this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Jen, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me. Oh, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then let's make it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone, I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Jen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Jen, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays late after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Aww. Yeah, well, let's just have fun while we can. I'm just kidding. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will just find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, okay. I don't remember this, really, that much. I don't know why I thought we did this at school. So it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Yeah, I don't really remember doing any of this. It was like a really long time ago when I played Doki Doki, and yeah, like I said, I didn't get very far. Okay, let's write a poem. So we've got Pout, Waterfall, Joy, Vivid, Disarray, Daydream, Lazy, Kawaii, Variance, and Ribbon. Vivid. Oh, she liked that. What was our first word again? Now I'm blanking out. Oh no. Vivid. Vivid. Eternity. Oh wow, we're really going for Yuri. I'm just making a poem that speaks to my heart. Dance. Ooh. I'll say Yuri like that. Okay. Dance. Infinite. Oh wow, we're making a very Yuri heavy poem. Sweet. Whisper. Ooh. Oh, she liked that. Sticky. Gross. Starscape. Oh god, why would we pick that word? What the hell? Or I mean, what the HE double hockey sticks? That just caught me by surprise. Okay, let's not pick that one. Puppy. I don't know why I picked puppy. That does not go with my poem. Aura. I don't even remember what my poem is anymore. Electricity. Vanilla. Determination. Excitement. Rose. Boop. Heaven sent. Ooh. Bliss. Romance. Strawberry. Yeah, let's speed this up a little. Okay, we're on the last one. This is a long poem, I didn't realize. And we'll end on raindrops. Bum, bum, bum. Hi again, Jen. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Jen. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or whatever, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Jen always gives his best. Oh, we are a dude. Oh, okay, well. Jen always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Okay, I guess we are nice to Sayori sometimes, apparently. I don't know. Sayori, that's because your room is messy. Oh, it's so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jen can become good friends too. Sayori? Uh-huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, like, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like such a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it, guys. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So, I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oh, so are we gonna go hang out with, oh no. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. I wonder if we were supposed to kind of pick like words that specific people might want, and then we can hang out with them during the day. So I think perhaps I messed up. Oh well. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's most important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after that, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's that? Whoa, can't read. What's this? Sayori is taking this really serious. Oh, okay, I need to take a quick little break. I'm gonna save. I think next time we write a poem, I'm gonna make a Sayori poem just because, I don't know. I feel like we're so mean to her and for, no reason. And she's super passionate about this club. And I don't know. We'll start with her and then we can, I don't know, Yuri seems to be the one who I most, I don't know, apparently like to write for. So we'll do Yuri next, I guess. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you were suggesting it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I barely am doing a voice for Monica. I don't know. The other girls' voices are too hard on my throat. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her go or get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa. Whoa! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision and nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like this. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? Oof, I got the burps from drinking LaCroix. It's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. There's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off a stain with my finger. But no one would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, stop. We are so mean. That's super mean. Yeah, you tell Jen, Sayori. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up a blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh my god, perfect. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my are getting bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Oh no. Anyways, you look much better now, so I missed some dialogue. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew, that was, I'm like shocked I did that noise. I can't even redo it. That like came from like my uwu soul. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better. Sayori puts her arm out and twirls it around. So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying like that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Oh, snap. And you take better care of me than anyone else would anyways. So, that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. That is so annoying. I don't know why. I'm being annoying. It's not even the game. It's just me. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Whoa, Monica, hello. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Jen, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I don't even remember the words I picked. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Ooh. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, okay. Okay, Sayori seemed very excited for us to share the poem with her, so let's do that. And plus, I don't know, she's like the only one we actually really know, so I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Jen. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. Oh, did we choose enough words that she liked? Cute. I thought it was going to be like very much Yuri, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jen poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just Oh, I'm really happy that you wrote one. Okay, I kind of accidentally turned into like Ralph from The Simpsons with her, but whatever, I'm doing it. It reminds me of how you really are a part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Jen. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? This will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Dear sun... Alright, we're getting into this. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Aw, Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yes. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, who should we do next? Well, okay, they mentioned Yuri. So we'll go with Yuri next? That sounds good. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. Our poem sucked. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh my god, she hates it. So it's that bad? No. Yes. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Oh, she's so awkward. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can't be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Alright, ready for the other one. Ghost under light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Whoa, Yuri. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. A little hard to read. But you took a long time to read. Oh, she noticed. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What? Actually, what was that noise? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Jen. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. So we gotta think big brain for hers. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, Yuri. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically it's not cute enough for your taste. Yeah, it was really not a Natsuki poem at all. But I don't know, Natsuki is not being too nice to me.
Do you want to get smacked?
Point proven. I'll pass. She's treating us like we treat Sayori. Karma.
Well, anyways, I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. That's about it. Love it.
Yeah, I told you that's what you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that our writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps brings out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Aww. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hi, Jen. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or thing we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways. Anyways. Oh my god, my throat. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jen. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Ooh, but that's sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. It was a Sayori poem. Yay! Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Huh? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy things sad too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Oh, it's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Okay, so I think I'm kind of understanding what Monica's meaning. So basically, like when we're writing our poem, they kind of jump up and stuff. So I'm thinking in order to impress Monica, we have to pick words that none of them like, because that in turn impresses Monica. But then it's like, how do we know what words Monica likes? Because Yuri was pretty obvious, I found. Well, they were all pretty obvious on like which words they found, like, or which words they prefer. But Monica will be interesting to try to get her a poem. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkles protrude? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like the film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It just had a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite, oh gosh, where did it go? A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Very deep. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not really sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems quite a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep the pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Ooh. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my gosh, my throat is getting sore. I've been reading for an hour straight. Maybe we will... you know what? I think that is a very good place to stop. This game is very cutesy and yeah, I'm excited to see where it is heading. Let's just do a quick little save. Yes. Oh wow, the autosave didn't save for like quite a long time. Yeah, anyways, so thank you so much for watching and we will explore more, probably get to the second phase of poem writing in the next part. So feel free to subscribe, become a little legend today, and I will see you in the next part. Peace.